Hey everyone, Derpy here, back with another Battle Pirates video, and this is my Riot Fleet Spotlight. I'm going to be showing you my updated Riot build, as well as talking about any future plans I have and how I'm doing the best in this raid, and then in the next raid, hopefully, with my build. If that sounds good to you, go ahead and leave a like on the video and we can get started. So my Riot build here, I'm going to show you they're all built, all 5 are built the exact same, including the flag, and I do have a skin on here. I have the blue steel Riot skin, which is just decorative and looks nice. The skin doesn't matter at all. There's no benefit to it. My flagship I'm going to show you here is I'm going to talk about every single component on this, and most of these were the same as my how to build Riot video that came out before we had even seen any final targets. I'm going to plan and use this in the next raid as is with no changes. If I do end up changing something, I might, but don't be worried about that. As far as weapons, I have one Gale Defense System 4, and I have one of these on each ship. As I said, they're all built the same. And this is used here to shoot down the enemy mortars that come from the big hulks. And 5 of these across my fleet is just barely enough to shoot down every incoming mortar in most situations. So I think you're going to want 5 of these on your ships. And then I have one Cormorant Anti-Torpedo 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if we came up with an Anti-Torpedo 2 at some point, because the accuracy on this is pretty low, but it does help shoot down torpedoes, which is the main source of damage in this target, at least for me. Then everything else here is 8 Jagged Bite torpedoes. You could use the Bone Skewer torpedoes instead. The Jagged Bites are limited, and the Bone Skewers are not, so use Jagged Bites if you have them. The only benefit is increased damage, which is helpful and is nice. As far as armors, here's where my build varies from most people. Most people are running either 2 ZCT1 armors and 2 ZTX armors. I am running 2, or they're running 4 CTX armors. I have 2 concussive armors and 2 mixed armors. Now, why I've gone with this is I found that most of the damage in this target, if you drive well, is concussive. So I have most of my survival being concussive. If you look at the stats on this particular ship, which don't take into account any auras that I have, which both apply equally, I have more concussive survival than I do explosive survival. I've done this because I take more concussive damage. All these armors I'm showing here also give 10% evade, which is very helpful to increase my evade bonus up to 67%. And doing that means I can help dodge enemy torpedoes. So this is the armor I'm going for, although you'll be having success if you go with regular, all 4 the same. And you notice that any benefit that you get, the difference between the F2X armor and the ZCT1 armors is less than 3,000 per plate, so if you happen to upgrade these ships up to U2, U3, even X1, you're going to be adding a lot of survival every single time. So armor choice isn't a huge thing, but if you have your ships at U1, I'd recommend going for this way. If you want to stay even and maybe you mess up a bit more driving, then you can go all F2 CTX armors. As far as specials, I have Explosive Sync Drive. You can use that or Concussive Sync Drive. If you don't have that, go Speed System 5 or 6. And then Advanced Concussive Payload 3 to increase concussive damage. Blister Hot Bat Ray. If you don't have this, you could go for Sealed Fire Charge, although I still believe Blister Hot Bat Ray is better. And note that if you do upgrade your ship to X1, say, you're going to have over 100% critical chance, so you will be wasting just a little bit of damage if you do upgrade your ship to X1. I also have Hydro Atomizer Nozzle, and this is useful for increasing concussive reload by 30%, as well as anti-mortar and countermeasure range and reload, which work with the Cormorant and the Gale Defense System I have on each ship. I also have Concussive Battery 1, and if you don't have Concussive Battery, you can just use Skirmish Battery. And I forgot to mention, if you don't have Hydro Atomizer Nozzle, you can use things like Galeela, which will also provide some explosive defense as well. You could also use Countermeasure Loaders 4 if you don't have any of that. My last special here is Damage Diffusion System. You can go for this or Hyper 30. Hyper 30 might be better if you're a little bit better driver, and Damage Diffusion System, I believe, is better at low upgrade levels. Hyper 30 might be better at high upgrade levels, although the difference is so close it's hard to tell. I have all my ships are built the exact same. We'll hover over all of them, and you can see that. And I actually do have one ship upgrade to U3. It might go up to X1 if I have enough time, but my one right here at U3 is in ship position 5 because upgrading ships adds survival. It's a small amount, but U3 tends to get targeted more than the others, more frequently than the others in these targets. So having that at U3 and it's the one that's targeted most by accuracy-based weapons such as concussive torpedoes, it means it will survive longer against them. So if you have one shipper upgrade, and we all got tokens and kits from various TLCs and raids, you can do the 5th one here to U3 as I've shown. As far as crews that will be useful, Sea Serpents is useful for not especially the turn speed, mainly the 24% bonus evade. Other crews that are good are Steelheads, as well as the Silent Hunters crew, which will add combat speed, which is nice for outrunning torpedoes, and also add some torpedo damage, which is great. So I hope this video helped. If you do have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I will be trying, if I end up changing anything significant other than just upgrading the 5th ship to X1 on this fleet, I will post a 0.1 fleet spotlight video. So if there's something else on my channel, you can watch that too, and it will have changed if there's something else on there. If not, I'll make sure to leave the hash codes in the YouTube comment section or description. If they're not there, let me know and I will add them. Anyway, as always, this is Derpy, signing out, helping you be a better pirate.